The fuck was that, dude? Dude, stop.
Not the stream.
You really need to cut it out.
That's all. That's the only thing that's
Can I
been in my
ask you
TikTok
what the
stream.
fuck was up with his voice, dude? Why was what's his name?
What do you mean? Are you
The
about to ask
guy.
a stupid question?
Who that is?
Oh, we're getting our first caller on stream.
Yeah, for real. I don't know who that is. I'll let it go to voicemail.
All right,
But
we're live, right?
yeah, we're
Oh,
live.
okay.
I don't even know what my train of thought was. I was like,
Voice. What's up with that voice?
Austin Butler's voice. Why was he trying to do a
I thought it was
voice?
fine.
It just it's off-putting. It's Austin Butler.
I've heard people complain about that. I didn't notice it. I thought he was actually a pretty standout performance.
No, oh no, he was great.
Yeah,
But I'm
were
just
you just
saying,
like distracted because you kind of heard Elvis a little bit in there?
no, I was distracted because I know he was putting a voice on.
Well, yeah. I mean, so is the Baron Harkonnen. Um, Hi, stream. Silence. That's all on my TikTok. It's just like, and then the music after it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's just like the Dune edits, which like started immediately once the movie came out. I'm like, how did you get this footage? You fucking sailing the seven seas or some shit?
Do we have to do the fucking stream over again?
Why? What happened?
Coming really choppy.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's just this. Let me turn that off.
Could be. FS your friend. We seem to like ever since our 1 year anniversary.
It's been having
It's just been
technical
absolute
difficulties.
shit ever since.
Pissing me off, dude.
Good.
Made me so mad.
Yeah, $3,000 well spent there.
I think it's actually Streamlabs.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
What are you don't like the OBSs? Dobas?
Nah, it's just Streamlabs is a lot more convenient.
Wow.
It's like very straightforward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a second, see if the stream fixes itself. If not, I'm gonna.
I love how it says excellent condition, but whenever it says shit condition and we look at it, it's like it looks fine.
It looks fine, but then here we
But
could
it's like,
see
good
it
job.
looking like shit.
It looked pretty good.
Alright, I think I might have to fucking
Alright.
redo the stream. Oh my god, it's so annoying.
Pretend you didn't see this. Pretend you didn't see this. You look like stop motion, bro.
Oh no, it did fix it.
Oh yeah, now we look good.
Oh no, we're good.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. So it's just the recording. The recording's fucking garbage.
Yeah,
I gotta fix that later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hello, stream.
Hi.
Welcome.
Wait, why did I say hi?
Yeah, I don't know why you said hi.
Welcome to a stream. Instead of watching me eat shit at Helldivers, we're back to talking.
Yeah, this is the talking thing.
We also, if you are watching this live, if not, whatever, but we do address the Akira Toriyama thing. We're very sad by it. We posted a video with our thoughts and stuff, just because we're gonna be talking a lot in this one, and
it wouldn't be right.
Toriyama,
it wouldn't be right.
Deserves its own section.
It wouldn't be right to be like, let's talk about Rooster Teeth, let's talk about Dune, and then also talk about
and then just like
Akira Toriyama. Like Akira Toriyama deserves like at least its own like 10 minutes just dedicated to it. So we wanted to do that, and you'll see that either today or this weekend. So
probably today. I'm gonna like edit it right away. So.
Appreciate you guys coming to the stream, and let's just jump into our first topic of the day, which is near and dear to my heart because they have been in my life for as long as they've been around. Rooster Teeth. They shut down. This just
their licenses are on sale.
it actually
Celebrities.
it actually blows me away.
I mean, haven't they been failing recently though? Isn't this kind of like you kind of saw it coming? And like just the rumors of like the working conditions and stuff have just
So
been like there's been I don't know a lot about it, but there's just been so much drama that like I'm like, oh, so this is gonna be a sinking ship. I actually knew someone who worked at Rooster Teeth. He was interning for him for a summer, and he was like, that place is not good.
I always wanted to work at Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Actually, that was my dream. Like when I was a kid, that was a dream when I was in college.
Mhm.
I applied for Funhouse and Achievement Hunter as like a video editor.
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't work out,
Uh-huh.
or else I wouldn't be here, or I probably wouldn't even know JJ, to be honest.
Yeah. So
Um,
in a way, it all worked out.
that's what my mom likes to say. It all
You would
worked
rather
out.
work at Rooster Teeth than get to know moi?
Do you want the answer to that?
No, not anymore. No.
No,
Not
of
hesitating.
course I'm really happy that I met JJ, but at the same time, this was my dream. I wanted to work for
But
these
at
guys.
the same time, fuck you.
But also, fuck this guy. No. I'm really glad I met JJ. I'm really glad where my life has led.
All right, don't make it gay.
You're on stream. Don't say that.
Oh, sorry. You can make it as gay as you want.
Stop. Like I didn't know about South by Southwest unless without Rooster Teeth, I wouldn't have watched YouTube without Rooster Teeth. One of the biggest, like yes, I watched Smosh and I watched like epic rap battles history, but what got me hooked was that, dude, I don't even know why I am here. Let's go here. Let's go to their videos and let's sort by popular. I wouldn't be here without the Tex fight Reds and Blues an awesome action sequence. I wouldn't be here without Let's Play Minecraft.
episode 1.
Think about this. They created Let's Plays. They single-handedly blew up the market of Let's Plays.
Oh, shit.
Let's Plays existed, but they weren't called Let's Plays until they created the franchise. Until they made it. Like yes, there's obviously PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, unfortunately Cryotic, like all these big names, But this was one of the first groups that said, let's just get a bunch of our people and make them play Minecraft.
Yeah.
And that blew up.
I knew Red versus Blue. I really liked Red versus Blue. And eventually I fell off of it. And then I picked up Ruby.
Dude, Ruby's okay. Like that's a whole conversation. No. Ruby was ass the first 2 seasons. Don't even start. Don't even pretend. Ruby was ass the first 2 seasons. But these trailers,
I've only ever seen the first 2 seasons.
You're like not.
I mean,
you,
I know what happens.
Not you specifically, but people are fucking stupid if they don't. They didn't fucking creamed themselves when they saw this first trailer. I mean, just like, dude, check this out. One dude did this. Monty Ohm, the guy who made Dead Fantasy, made this. Look how sick this is. This was so badass. When it just came out around the time season like 10 or 11 of Red versus Blue finished, and it was like a really poetic, sad ending.
Yeah.
Church
is like signing off, like goodbye everybody.
Yeah, and like you feel like the freelancers are all done, like all that storyline is over, and then they just say,
and then
hey, check this shit out. Check out this new thing we're working on, and this shit pops out, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like you were saying, you didn't have a big connection to Rooster Teeth. You were only really in it. You really were very connected with their Red versus Blue.
Yeah, because I was into the Halo shit.
Me, motherfucker, everything was my shit. Like if we go, not you, fuck you, dude, get out of here.
Hey, that's Paul motherfucking Moahdi Atreides. Now you're putting
Paul,
up code.
That's Paul.
Leaked our code.
That's
stream,
Paul.
dude.
Suck my fat cock Atreides.
Wow, dude. Disrespect.
Let me pull up their shit again.
You were just here.
I know, but
why couldn't you
got
just
rid
do
of
the back aerospace? You fuck.
I don't know how to do shortcuts.
You fucking Idiot.
So like there's the Ruby trailers, which ironically black is the worst one. It's true. Um and then there's red versus blue. I fucked with Laser Team. I saw this movie in theaters. Um I loved their RT shorts. These things were so fucking funny, dude. And their Rooster Teeth animated adventures. I would laugh my ass off watching all this.
I'm just looking at all this. I'm like, wow, this is dated.
Oh
But
no, it
obviously,
absolutely is dated.
no,
But
I'm
I'm
starting to
just like,
watch Red versus Blue again. I'm like,
dude, their RT lives. This is when they were doing vlogs. These things were crazy good, dude.
wait, can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah, what?
AH Guide Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe Fatality Walkthrough Part 1.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dude. I had 4 million views. How? Why? I don't know. Capture the tower, dude. I made this in Minecraft. I made this myself.
In the video, you made it?
No, I made it myself in my room. It took me like hours to make it. I made it by myself, and then me and my friends would play. Dude, worms. Bro, I'm walking down like a rabbit hole watching this shit. Dude, this is kind of like disgusting. I need to stop.
Yeah, yeah. This is gonna make me throw up.
Ray and like doing his thing. And
Rage quit.
Rage quick. This shit's so funny. Oh my god, this stuff. I don't. You don't get it.
No.
Essentially,
I'm looking at all of this.
You don't get this. I'm looking. He's looking at this. He's like, this looks stupid.
It's like if I was like a dad, right, and my son showed me like, this is what I'm into, Dad, and I'm just like not understanding.
No. You know what this is? This is
peak.
This is yes, but this is when you talk to me about anything comics, and I'm just like, yeah, JJ, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man, those other world Marvel comic books you're talking about, where they make like they make Spider-Man into an actual spider. That's really, or into Batman for whatever the fuck. I don't fucking know.
It was Darklaw and it was Wolverine and Batman.
Don't care. All I know is it's dumb. Compared to this, it's like
yeah,
it's the same
no, this
thing.
is quality.
This is quality shit. Dude, like I remember $1 Million Butt. That shit's so funny. Except for this guy, this is part of the controversy. So like that's the other thing. You were mentioning controversies. Yeah. There are some people that I'm looking at here that I see in the thumbnails.
And you're like,
and I'm like, fuck me. These are dated. He's not wrong about that. And that's just the tragicness of like Rooster Teeth going away now.
Yeah.
Like they had so much content, and then people getting money and power getting to people's heads. I'm not going to get into the controversies with Rooster Teeth. I think if you're really interested, you'll find that on YouTube. It's there. Look for it yourself.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like I diverted from like the Rooster Teeth stuff, and I was more like angry video game nerd and nostalgia critic, like Channel Awesome stuff. Like that's where I pivoted toward. Where like Rooster Teeth kind of like, besides Red versus Blue and a little bit of Ruby, like completely just right over.
Nah, dude, all of this was like, this was in the dome for years.
This was our Skibbity toy.
Dude, this was like, I'm not kidding. This is like when like old, like not old, but like Gen Xers are like, what? You don't know who Leonard Skinner is? It's like, what? Like if I talk to like,
name me the members of Leonard Skinner. I don't know.
What an idiot!
No.
But like, I could tell you like a majority of the big names. I can tell you everyone. I can tell you like all the Achievement Hunters from like 2012 to 2020. Funhouse, Cow Chop. I don't know if you ever watched Cow Chop.
You know what? Someone did show me Cow Chop, and I was like, I don't get it. And then it stopped.
Yeah, there's Cow Chop. There was they bought Screw Attack, and they became the distributors of Death Battle.
Yeah.
Like if there's just so like it sucks. Like as somebody that like I loved this stuff. Like this was my dream to be a part of like their group. I bought their merch. I bought their merch so much that like I think like 5, 6 years ago,
Mhm.
my mom bought merch from them and her credit card got hacked.
Damn.
Like that's how often like we bought stuff from them.
Yeah.
Because I was really in their space. I was really in it, and I tried to get like my friends into it.
Mhm.
I got my brother into it, and like one of my favorite creators ever, Monty Ohm, made some of the coolest stuff on this for this company. And while the controversies suck in the last 5, 10 years, with the racism, the sexism, the homophobia, the harsh working conditions. Hell, like even with Monty after he died, according to
I don't know any of this. What the fuck?
according to Shane New, Monty's the creator of Red versus or Ruby.
Uh huh.
He made Ruby. He was his dream child. He died like in 2015 because he had an allergic reaction to a cat, and they gave him the wrong medicine,
Oh.
and he died in the
Oh.
hospital.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And that fucking you were saying you cried with Akira Toriyama.
Mhm.
I had to leave my friend's hangout. I was so distraught. And every year on the day of his anniversary of his death, which is February 2nd, I believe, I watch this like Let's Talk where it's Bernie and Monty and they just talk.
Mhm.
And I love listening to it because Monty just talks about his creative, like how his brain works when he goes through
So
making
did he finish
creativity.
Ruby or no?
No, he died in season. He died right as Volume 3 finished production.
Oh.
So after Volume 3, it's all Rooster Teeth and their shit. And then Shane Newville came out with some controversy about it, not liking the way the production was going. So that's why he quit. And then there's obviously, a bunch of other people that have quit Rooster Teeth and their subsidiaries like Funhouse and Cow Chop getting canceled. And now if we look at Rooster Teeth in their latest videos, like they're not they don't do that well anymore.
Oh, they just had a stream 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, they streamed a little bit ago and look at how many people watched it. You would think more people watched it,
Yeah.
and they haven't. And same, this was their last video before they got 30 31K
Oh, raunchy
views.
kids.
Like this was a good show. Camp was really good.
I think
I
it's
liked
the first episode of it.
I liked Camp. Here it is for those that can't see it behind our heads. I liked Camp, and it was great. But it's this stuff is it's done. They have a whole podcasting network, so
I think the podcast is still going.
they're still going. But they're trying to sell. If we go to Roll W, I know. Sorry, this is getting boring for you. I know you want to talk about Dune.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I
get it.
They're trying to sell Ruby, Red versus Blue, and Genlock. Genlock was like their biggest fucking gamble because they had
They had Michael B. Jordan.
they had Michael B. Jordan in it. They had David Tennant in it. They had what's her name, Maisie Williams from
Yeah.
Game of Thrones in it.
Yeah.
They had so many big names in it, and then nobody watched it.
Yeah.
But they still have they're probably gonna sell the Roost Podcast Network, which a ton of fucking podcasts are in that. Like I was
Yeah.
watching Ludwig talk about the Rooster Teeth shutdown,
Mhm.
and he said his podcast, the Yard
under it?
Podcast, is under the Rooster
Really?
Podcast Network.
Wow.
So he has no fucking clue
What's
gonna happen with
Yeah.
it. What's her name?
Nuts.
Alana Pierce. She's a big content creator for IGN and then moved to Funhouse and worked for them for 3 years and then quit due to creative differences and not liking the company and hating the working environments there. She made a video about the shutdown and was like, this is bittersweet because like not bittersweet, but it's mixed feelings because she didn't have a good experience with the company, but the people she worked with, she's still friends with them.
Yeah.
So to hear that they all just lost their jobs,
Well, just
it's
like
tragic.
from my understanding, like Rooster Teeth was one of the first ones, along with like Channel Awesome and stuff, to like be like Red versus Blue is on DVD. Why is it on DVD?
They had their own channel. They had their own
like
website.
That. Yeah.
They were like,
Yeah.
one of the things that I love about Rooster Teeth, or loved about Rooster Teeth because it's now dead, is they had their own website, I subscribed to it to be a Rooster Teeth First member.
Yeah.
It used to be called something else. I don't know if it was called Rooster Teeth First at the time, but like to watch their content without ads directly from their website, to directly support them, and to get deals on their merch and to get content first. So like Ruby came out a day before. If you watched a day for Rooster Teeth First, so I would watch it. It usually came out on Thursdays, but I watched it on Wednesdays because it came out a day before. Same with any of their Let's Plays, or they had special content, special vlogs, all on their channel. Their mindset was pretty much to compete with YouTube.
Yeah.
They didn't see YouTube as a resource. They saw YouTube as a competitor. Could that have been their downfall? I don't know. I mean, Mega 64 has their own website and their own channel, but they, do their own thing. A lot of people use Patreon as a way to support themselves directly. So, I don't know the inner workings of Rooster Teeth. I didn't work there. All I hear is what old employees say about the company, good and bad. And it just seems like, for me, it all went downhill when they got bought by AT&T in 2014. Their content definitely blew up.
Yeah.
But
the quality went down.
But for me, the quality started to go down. Like, there were channels that I loved up until like maybe junior year of college. So right around COVID.
Damn.
I was still watching them for a long time.
Shit.
And then from there, it went fucking down. And it's fucking tragic, dude. Like, I know that we spent 10 minutes on Dragon Ball, but for me, Rooster Teeth, was way more important, and I want to talk about it. I know you don't give a shit.
I like Dragon Ball more,
yeah. So, but we wanted to make an own video for that.
Also, just a quick side tangent. Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson. I don't know if you heard about this.
That's fucking
it's real.
Insane.
It's
real.
So
dumb.
They're gonna do it live on Netflix.
I see that right here, dude. It's crazy.
Netflix couldn't even keep up the servers for the Love Is Blind live reunion when they did that. They literally had to they were recording it, obviously.
That was your example. That was your example.
Love Is Blind. My girlfriend and I fucking love it.
No. Okay? I love Love Is Blind too. Okay,
love it. No, you haven't been caught up. We should do a whole stream about Love Is Blind.
Dude, we should.
You have to catch up.
Forget your girlfriend.
No.
You and me
I
need
have
to
to
watch
watch
the
it.
next season together. Me and you should watch the next season.
Instead of her, no, she fucking kill me.
Yeah, same with my
You
fiance.
would fucking kill me.
But
yeah, that's fucking crazy. I hope
So
Mike
actually-
Tyson knocks the shit. I hope he rocks it.
to actually, yeah, that it's not gonna happen. He's probably gonna lose to Jake.
No,
Paul.
have you seen
Um,
Jake's slow compared to Mike? And the training
Have you
videos.
watched any Jake Paul fight? He's never lost.
Yeah, he lost once though, from Tommy Fury.
I don't fucking know.
Oh, look at me! I know everything. Shut the fuck up. You don't know
Yeah, but was
shit.
Tommy Fury a YouTuber or an actual
No,
boxer?
he was an actual. I don't know if he was boxer or UFC. See, the problem with Jake Paul
Is he doesn't fight boxers.
he doesn't fight boxers. He fights UFC, and it's very different. Mike Tyson has always been a boxer,
So he's actually fighting.
so he's gonna
boxers for
fucking
the first
knock
time.
his shit.
That's if they don't fucking rig it, but whatever.
Yeah,
To
I mean,
actually
that's
recap the Rooster Teeth stuff to move on to something way cooler, way awesomer.
I don't know. I like the idea of Mike Tyson just beating the shit out of Jake Paul. It's pretty cool to me. I hate the Pauls. I hate them so much.
I know you do.
I've hated them ever since. Since Vine. I hope these blonde boys never succeed, and they've done nothing but succeed.
Yeah, so get fucked. Get fucked. God said no. I'm gonna make sure you
know
don't
what it
succeed.
was? It was those prime drinks that we drunk and us shitting our brains out.
That's too funny. But to end this, I'm gonna miss it. I haven't watched it in like 5 years, so am I really missing it?
Rewatch Ruby's.
We're gonna do that. I think
Yeah.
that's the goal for the year, is maybe watching like Ruby and doing one review a month.
Yeah.
We watch a season and then just talk about it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna see what they do with these properties, especially Ruby. I hope somebody buys it,
I hope they do nothing.
because I would hope.
Kill it.
No, I would hope it gets better management. I would hope somebody buys it and actually knows what to do with it.
They should do a Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Where they reboot
Where
the
they
whole
no
fucking
well
franchise.
reboot but kill every single character and then reboot. And at Ava Gallion this shit. Make it a
Actually, I
reboot
would really
and it just be
appreciate
like
that, to be
something
honest.
seems familiar. Like I feel like we've been here before. Like the characters are like, I feel like we've been here before. What is going on? Just make it end of Ava, just like dread, just like oh my like everything is wrong, but we don't know why. Just make
Sure.
it just go full dark with it.
I actually,
Kill every character.
I actually would really appreciate seeing them someone buy it and then just reboot the whole thing.
Yeah.
Start from
you
scratch.
have to. Yeah.
I think it would work. I think they should kill Red versus Blue. But,
Yeah, they should have done that a long time ago. Ever since Church's final speech, and it was like, we continue. Fuck you.
So, I guess somebody. I remember one quote from Miles Luna, one of the writers of Red versus Blue and
Yeah.
Ruby. He said, or was it Gus? I don't remember. One of them said, somebody at Rooster Teeth said, we are going to stop making Red versus Blue until nobody wants it anymore. Well, guess what?
People still
Nobody
want
wanted it
Yeah.
anymore. So they shut down the company. So.
This movie sucks.
Dude, this movie's ass. That's such a fucking cool shot.
Dude, no, that's
Fuck me. That's
dude,
so cool.
One of my favorite shots is when he's walking away and this sandworm is fucking right behind him. Just
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, I feel like I want to conquer something.
So, JJ,
Yeah.
just right off the rip, did you like Dune?
9.5 out of 10.
Damn, 9.5. I'm gonna give it like a 9.2.
Fuck you.
I'd give Dune 1 a 9.5.
Wait, where's his hand? Oh, there it is. It kind of like blended in there.
That is
like,
actually
wait,
really funny. You're right. Until you mentioned it, I couldn't see his hand either.
I understand with the book diehards. They also really like it, but they're very nitpicky about some of the characterizations and stuff. I feel like it's great that there's such a difference between the book and the movies because book versions of the characters cannot work in the movies. Like Paul is very self-righteous in the books and stuff like that. Like he figures out Baron Harkonnen is his grandpa before like chapter or page 300 out of a 700 page. Like he just gets exposed to the spice melange so much and then he kind of flips a switch. So he flips the switch way early, and then he's like, "I'm so self-righteous." Da, 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 da. Whereas, like, I like the pacing of where they took Paul here. Like, part one, he's naive. He's like still learning the Ben Gesserit ways, and then part two, we still try to hold on to that innocence and not going full-blown dictator. But then once he gets a sip of the water of life, he's just like, "Motherfuckers, we're going to war, baby.
I'm the chosen one,
Mohadi." And Stilgar going, "That's my boy."
dude. Yeah, dude. What's his name? The actor's name?
Oh, come on.
Dude, we're bad at this.
No, dude.
We're bad at reviews.
We're on IMDb. Just scroll down. I'm sure you can find it.
Jennifer
Javier
Lawrence?
Bardem. Jesus Christ.
Javier Bardem. I saw it. Was it you that sent me this TikTok where it was like, I did Little Mermaid for my daughters and I did Dune for my son.
And he said, I got paid a lot for both. I'm like, let's go, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think with
his son got the better movie though. Just
yeah, no, 100%, 100%
because there's
Fucking
all white
kidding me?
people in this movie. That's what I mean by that. I'm just kidding. That was satire. That was
No,
satire.
no,
that was satire. Satire. I'm actually just kidding. Please don't cancel.
He's kidding, and I agree he's kidding.
Okay.
Good. But I do think Little Mermaid sucks ass.
I think I'm gonna get rooster teeth. I think
you're getting rooster teeth, dude.
You
got rooster teeth, bro. You're getting fucking shut down.
Yeah,
say goodbye to Black Hudson after this one. No. I was gonna say
the rise and fall of Black Hudson.
I was gonna say the fuck, and I don't. Oh no, my fiance's brother told me we went to go see Barbie. Back when Barbie came out, we came back from watching it. Like a day later, we saw that her brother and his girlfriend went to go see Barbie, and they were like, "Barbie sucks." And then they saw the Little Mermaid, and they're like, "This is so good."
What?
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no. No, I'm not trying to be a snob right now.
Yeah, but you're
This
wrong.
this
It just
movie's so much
categorically
worse.
wrong.
This movie's so much worse than
Yeah.
the Barbie movie. But regardless,
Anyways, Dune.
Dune, we both like this.
Yeah.
I was telling JJ before we started. I think with me, when I like to review this movie, it's difficult because everyone knows this movie's good without even
Yeah.
seeing it. I think it's one of the like look at the shot. Like it's
Yeah.
simple, it's easy, but fuck me in that Dolby theater, that shit's badass.
Hmm.
The costume design, the lighting, the color grading.
Yeah.
Look at you could. I think in the movie during while watching the movie, I couldn't really tell if her eyes were actually blue or if any of them had actual blue
Oh, you
eyes.
could tell once she drinks the water of life, then all of a sudden her eyes are blue.
Um, but then I was like, this is not the movie. This is them just wearing clothes.
Wearing a bunch of zippers, fucking
So
fashion. What do we
cool!
know
Wow,
about it?
they're rich and make tons of money and can wear really
All
expensive
right,
clothes.
you're sounding a little jealous.
I am. I would love to make a movie like this. This is like it's
Yeah.
just so because like you can tell while watching this that everyone
Hmm.
from the actors, the writers, the director, the camera,
Hmm.
the special effects. I saw a thing on Reddit that was like somebody did an interview with a special effects artist and was like, so what was the process like?
Hmm.
And they were like short hours, creative liberty, and just being able to do my own thing
That's
without having to worry.
that's awesome. Well, Danny Delville, he read Dune when he was 13, so this has been his passion project for years.
Just the director.
Yes. He's a very good director. He directed Prisoners. You ever see that with Jake Gyllenhaal and
No, I know the
Hugh
movie, but I've never
Jackman?
seen it.
Blade Runner 2049. He
I've seen
directed.
that movie.
That one's great. He's directed. Oh, Sicario.
I've seen those movies. Those
Fucking
movies are
dog,
fucking
so good.
awesome.
Well, I didn't see the second one. I don't know if that one's good.
That's all right.
Yeah. But Dune is just so it's up there for me with like, you know how like Lord of the Rings, right? They made the live action movies. You know Warner Brothers has thought we got to reboot these, but they don't because they know that's already perfect. I feel like with Dune, these movies are pretty much the same as like adaptation perfection wise with
Honestly,
Lord of the Rings.
this if they
Because
keep
these
this up,
movies know exactly what to leave out or what to elaborate more on. Because in the Dune book, like it kind of plays toss up like, yeah, is Paul a bad guy or is he not? It's very ambiguous because at first Dune was just gonna be one book, that's it, send and done. But then fans were like, yeah, we like Paul. Paul's a good character. And then Frank Herbert, the author, was like, that that's not what I meant. Like I was trying to be subtle. You know what? I'm gonna make Dune Messiah. I'm gonna make it so apparent that you shouldn't like Paul. Like you guys weren't getting it. You know, he played it very nuanced, but I kind of so this is the main complaint with like book readers and stuff is it's so over the head that you shouldn't root for Paul in the movie. And my line of thinking is like you have to make it like that because we're still getting videos of people going, just watch Dune 2. I think this supports the white savior agenda. I'm like, did you watch the same movie? Zendaya's whole character is what the audience should be learning. Like, hey, this is a really bad thing. I'm going to go run away on a sandworm.
see, I think the thing is though,
What?
I think they fucked that up.
No. What the fuck? Oh, you're so stupid. Like the whole movie, like
No,
the
no, no,
whole
no, no, no.
fucking thing. Is
Don't get me
like,
wrong.
Hey,
I'm not an
like,
idiot.
When
Like,
fucking
I
Jessica
clearly-
is just like, we have to control them, and you're just like, man, these guys, they're doing God's work.
Like,
what
I'm
do you
not-
think?
I'm
Like,
not-
It's so. It couldn't be more just like, hey,
No,
this is
yes.
really bad.
You are right.
Yeah.
You are right. But it's pulling the fucking Light Yagami thing with me.
Oh, that you still want to root for him?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You're gonna get that with any sci-fi.
That's what I'm saying.
Sci-fi
Like,
main pro tag.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
yes, it is very clear, especially after he drinks the water of life. He's like, he's very much like, no, I'm gonna take advantage of this.
Yeah.
I know what
Okay.
I'm doing.
So maybe let me elaborate. Like you can still think Paul is cool as shit as long as you. It's like Aaron. You can still think he's cool as shit, but in the back of your mind, you should be going, he's, but this isn't the right thing to do. But he does look cool doing
Dude,
it.
Aaron's just the anime version of Paul.
The book came out in 1965.
No, that's why I said Aaron's
Oh,
Paul,
okay.
not
Sorry.
Paul
I
with
thought
Aaron.
you mixed them up. Yeah.
Listen to my words.
It's like when my
before you
parents were
speak.
like, when they watched the first Dune movie, I had to be one of these people because I've loved Dune since I was 14. They were just like, yeah, it just seems kind of like a Star Wars knockoff. I'm like, Star Wars owes everything to Dune. George
Oh.
Lucas has never come out and say that Dune was, or Star Wars was heavily inspired by Dune ever, and it's so fucking apparent. Like, it's just the Emperor, an evil Emperor with dark stormtrooper like things. Fucking boy grows up desert planet, is chosen one, uses a mystical, thing, force the voice. Like it's the Venya.
No. It's ah! So, dude, no, this movie was
It fucks.
so fucking good.
And
We
it
saw
fucks
this movie
hard.
we saw this movie in
I
Dolby.
saw it twice already.
He saw it twice. My brother
Yeah.
saw it twice. I've only seen it once.
Mhm.
I'll probably only see
I
it
want to
once
do
in
it back to back.
theaters.
Once this comes out,
Dude,
on Blu-ray, I want to do it back to back.
I want to do it so bad.
Yeah, because these really are the two movies are just like they belong. It should really be a 5
That's what I was saying to you. That's what I was saying to you after we saw it.
Yeah.
Because you asked me what my initial thoughts were,
Mhm.
and I was like, I like Dune 1 more.
Yeah,
But I think if you put it together, it just is one continuous this is awesome fest.
yes, yeah.
Like it's
No, I agree.
all
It's
good.
like Lord of the Rings. It's like, what's your favorite Lord of the Rings? I'm like, they're all good because they're all telling one gigantic story. It's not like two towers really dropped the ball. It's like, no, they're all fucking perfect.
Yeah, nah. I will say Lord of the Rings is a bit different because it's like they're supposed to be individual books with a connected overarching story, whereas this is literally the same book.
Yeah,
They just didn't have enough time
yeah.
to make it into
Well,
one
it's better
movie.
than that David Lynch one where they're just like, all right, we're gonna rush this. We're gonna rush this. Fast forward.
No, I will say one of the things I didn't like about this movie, and this could just be me. I think it was honestly it is just me. I don't like the pacing. It felt off.
Feels. My problem with it is you feel the length of the movie. You definitely feel like, wow, I've been sitting in this theater pretty long. Like you
Yeah,
feel
it's
it.
one of those.
Yeah.
It pulled a once upon a time in Hollywood for me.
Yeah.
where I was like itching to check my watch that
Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah.
And that's a bad thing, but in the same time, it's like it's just because I've got a life. I've got other things going on. I don't want to sit in a movie for 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I know that. I'm
I
glad
will
I
do it.
saw
I'm
this.
like, I will set up
I'm
a whole day.
I'm glad I saw this movie in theaters.
Yeah.
But if it was like the first Dune, where
I
it
know, you
came
watched
out
it.
simul, I probably would have watched it.
Rolls eyes, but
I got a nice TV.
we're not gonna get into this fucking discussion.
I know.
We've gotten
I know.
into
We've
a
argued about
million
it so
fucking
many times.
Too many fucking times.
But
But yeah, I mean, this. What else do you? I mean, all the performances are fantastic. Dave Bautista just like fucking when the dude's like, sir, I think we should do this, and he just grabs the dude's head and goes, bah, bah, bah. Just fucking knocks it.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
And I love how like pseudo sexual the Harkonnens world is, like just the design, because the Harkonnens' whole point in the books, especially, is like they exploit the universe's vices. Like you want the most dirty phallus sex, the gambling. Like we can fulfill all those. Of course, we're gonna want some info from the background. Like they're the scum beneath the dirt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're fucking deplorable. Like in the book, the Harkonnen takes advantage of a young boy, is what I'll say.
well, no, sorry, that was a different show. Never mind.
Yeah, no, he takes advantage of a young boy, and then Austin Butler's character, I forget his flight, I can't pronounce it in the book, and I don't remember it from the movie. Austin Butler's character like plans something to poison him while he's doing the deed with some young boy. And it's just like, Okay, it's a good thing they didn't put that in the movie.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of
But like
things.
that's the whole Harkonnen's point is like they want to get you at your most vulnerable by exploiting your vices, kind of thing. And they
I
show that better than what was written in the book.
honestly like yeah, that's why I was saying to you, I was like, that's why they failed at showing Paul as the bad guy because the Harkonnens were just so much worse.
Well, I don't agree with that, and here's why. There's two very important shots in this movie that aren't really elaborated on, right? Or just seem kind of like a cool shot. So at the very beginning of the movie, you see, at the tail end of the Harkonnen invasion of the Atreides, the Harkonnens burning the bodies of all the Atreides.
Yes,
And then at the very end, you see the Fremen burn
dude,
everyone else. And it's
dude,
like,
I saw
so
that too.
what Paul is
And
doing.
I know I'm being sarcastic.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
know.
But
It's just trading in one dictator for another. Like, there's no good guys in Dune. Ever. There's no heroes. It's just replacing one evil with another. So, like, it's basically like a mirror, like, these are two of the same, pretty much. I mean, obviously, the Harkonnens are a little bit more evil, but,
I just feel like
Paul
as a
will
basic,
get there.
as like an average audience member,
Yeah.
they're not gonna make that connection, unfortunately. Like,
Mm.
no offense to my brother, but my brother is the I want to see the action figures hit each other kind of guy. He's not watching this
He didn't
shit.
like Vinland Saga season.
He's not watching this shit for the
Any deep philosophical. That's why I don't think he's gonna like the books, because the books, like, they barely show any action.
That's what I'm saying.
They're just all about the conversation.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think while I do like this movie, and while I've only read like half of the book, I'm gonna reread it. I just re-downloaded it on audio on my audiobook.
It's
my
a good
audiobook.
audiobook, yeah.
So I'm gonna re-download it and listen to it. Just like while I'm going to see Jenny or something. But like it was way more catered towards the modern audience.
Yeah, which is
to
fine.
where like people
So is Lord of the Rings.
no, yes, but people aren't going to Lord of the Rings is very black and white. This this is not supposed to be black and white, but it's presented to an audience as black and white. That are only looking at it at a surface level.
No, I think the
The
film.
majority of people watching this movie are not going to dig deep into the fact that Paul is probably not right here.
I think, like,
the only thing they're going to be mad about is that he said, "Yo, Florence Pugh is better than Zendaya."
If we're talking about the book, I agree with you how it could be misconstrued as that. But the movie, like, clearly, like, Jessica is like, we have to fucking capture them all. And then at the very end, when she's on the ship, it's like, this genocide is only the beginning. I want blood, motherfucker. Like, it can't be more obvious than that. But again, I think massive audience members aren't, like, really, like, it's only the outliers that are like, oh, like, this is a white savior thing. Like, people like my parents are gonna like, that was a good movie, and not think anything further from that. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, some of these, like, fucking, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, what is it? Come on. Like, they don't understand the, like, they only see the surface value, but don't look at, like, what
That's
the
what I'm saying. They're
meaning
a
is.
lot of audience members are going to look at this movie at the surface level, whether it's what you're saying or what I'm saying. Because I feel like if you were to ask my brother, he'd probably say Paul's the good guy at the end of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I still think the film did a fantastic job.
Oh no, 100%. It's so good. But I'm saying I feel like the core theme of what we are talking about is people have to rewatch this movie to get it.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah,
like
rewatch the whole thing from start and see where Paul's in his sit until where he ends up, where he's like straight up going in front of Stilgar's like, you gotta fight me because, like,
I mean,
you gotta be the leader, and then he's like, you motherfucker, your grandma died. Dude, you remember that?
They literally pulled a fucking, like, reverse Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, where
the whole movie he's wearing a white cloak, and then at the end of the movie, he's wearing a black cloak because he's a bad guy. He's bad.
And it's hard to say bad. I would say there's no good or bad. It's just gray. It's all gray. It's Game of Thrones. Like, there's no good character in Game of Thrones. It's all just morally gray as shit. Everyone's just doing this to fulfill their self needs. Now, what I love about the movie is that um, Shanchi, aka Zendaya's character, is not just along the ride with Paul in the book. She's all for it. She's all there. She's like, all right, let's go. Me and you, baby, no problems. Whereas like the writers for this are like, let's make her a very important character in she represents what the audience should be feeling. Like, this is bullshit, Paul. Like, I don't believe you're the fucking savior or whatever. Because in the book, it's literally like, yes, all the Fremen agree that he is Mohabdi. And that's it. Whereas, like, in the movie, it's like, well, realistically, there are going to be some people that, like, are not about that shit, and then some Fremen that are.
The thing is, all the
Yeah.
Fremen eventually do. She's the only one.
Eventually she does, but she's the outlier, and there's going to be more of her, obviously. From where the film leads off, where like everyone else is going into space to commit a jihad, like mass genocide to like the entire galaxy, and she's just like Brian Worm. I'm sure she's going to find some outliers that didn't believe it, and that's all going to be kind of like stuff. So like that stuff exists in Dune Messiah, which is the sequel book. So which they already kind of bled into this book with R.A. Fremen, just like, I'm not really about this guy or whatever. You're going to see more of that in the next movie. Now, my question to you is, should there be a next movie? Like, I know we want to see more of this world, but in the context of what we've gotten right now, would you be fine if they were just like, no more Dune, that's it? Or do you
I
need that third part? Do you need that, like, epilogue? Because that's what Dune Messiah is. It's just an epilogue to the thesis that Frank Herbert was trying to say. Charismatic leaders, not a good thing.
I think my goopy goblin brain wants another movie.
I know, me too.
like
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I know what you're saying,
Mhm.
like to Frank Herbert's vision of like this should be like the first book is the only book.
And then he went on
And then
to
he
create
went on
six
to
more.
yeah.
And then there's the main character that's a worm, and then the Benny Gesserit go up against a sex cult. It becomes a whole thing.
Um I mean, I feel like once they end Paul's if they end with just Paul's reign and
Well,
don't dive deeper,
yeah,
don't go into like as much as I would love to see God Emperor,
it's not going to happen.
it's not gonna happen.
It's not going to
The
happen.
worm God
It's
is
too
just-
like you think it's too complex. The ideas in the first Dune. Can you imagine audiences going like, "All right, let's watch God Emperor Dune. Where's Timmy? What the fuck is this worm doing?"
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it is.
Wait,
You
we're
stop.
still on the worm?
You stop with Paul.
Yeah,
You stop with
but
Paul.
do you stop
end
with
it.
Paul after Messiah or Children of Dune?
The one where he's in the desert, like as an old man, old creature.
So Children of Dune.
That's what I'm asking. Yeah,
So okay, so Dune Messiah.
because I haven't.
Well,
I haven't.
I don't want to.
Like I said, I only read half of Dune
Yeah.
of the first Dune.
All right. Well,
I've watched wikis and videos
no, I know. I'm just
about Dune,
concerned about
so that's
people
why I'm able to
watching
like understand
and
it.
only want to.
Okay,
watch
so
the
then
movies.
we won't get into spoilers.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'll just say it should end with Paul's reign. If
Okay.
they make another movie or more movies after this, multiple,
I think they should just wrap
it
it up
should
in three.
only
I think they should end in Messiah, and then if they want to keep going, wait a while until Timothy's older.
or honestly make it into a TV show.
Yeah, you could do that. Although hopefully they don't adapt Brian Herbert's novels because those are not canon. That's his son. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
No, trust me, it's a whole in the Dune community. It's a whole fucking thing.
That's too funny.
Um,
But I mean,
I like
think-
her character. Her character is really
Dude,
good.
they're also good.
I think she's gonna be. They're gonna do Doom Messiah. They're gonna do the sequel. Danny DeVille is already writing the fucking script. I think she's gonna be your main character, and Paul is gonna become a force of nature.
I would.
He's gonna be in it,
So
but
love
she's
that.
gonna.
I
be
would
the
so
main.
love that.
Yeah,
Dude, that's what I'm
I
saying.
think that's the direction.
Zendaya's the money. Zendaya's the fucking
She's the-
pimp, dude. She's the fucking
She's in that
breadwinner.
little-
And Tom Holland,
she's in
someone's
that-
getting his butt fucked.
She's in that little horny tennis movie. It's probably gonna make a good profit.
It's gonna make her money. This shit's gonna make her money.
Yeah.
She's just a force. She's the
My
force to be
girlfriend
reckoned
literally
with.
was just like, "Yeah, I'll watch Dune. Zendaya's in it." I'm like, she even read the book. 3 days. It took my girlfriend 3 days to read Dune. I'm like, how is that even fucking bothered? She's such a fast reader. Like we tried to like read books at the same time,
Yeah.
and then I get distracted, and she's like, "I finished that book." I'm like, "I'm on page 200 out of 500. What the fuck?" Um,
You know, it's I know that Dune came
mhm.
out before Game of Thrones, but
Yeah,
like, but like this is like just giving off the same like Chitari shit.
yeah.
White man shows up and takes over
Mhm.
the Sand People.
The Sand People in Star Wars are those guys.
Yeah, but they're literally supposed to be
They were
like
supposed to be Fremen, but like none of the like subversive anything. It's just like
no,
look at these
the
stupid.
Fremen. The Fremen are like a
Because they're the best fighters in the galaxy.
and that's the same thing with the Chitari. They're the best fighters in all of
No,
Westeros.
well, I was making compared to the Sand People in Tatooine,
The Tusken
the
Raiders.
Tusken Raiders, where they're just like kind of stupid. Oh, I'm sorry for the like Star Wars fan that read the Sand People fucking novel from 19 whatever the fuck.
They do such a good fucking job. I
Yeah.
didn't know she was in this movie.
I didn't know either. I was like, where the
I
fuck do I know her
saw her.
from?
I saw her and I was like,
She's in Glorious Bastards, right?
yes, Leia
Yeah.
Sado is in a lot of shit.
Oh, she's in
She's
Wes
in-
Anderson movies a lot.
She's
Yeah,
in a lot of Wes Anderson movies. She's in like the last 3 James
or
Bond movies.
you're when she appeared in the movie,
She's
you're
in-
like, she's in everything. Anna Taylor Joy as Aaliyah, aka Paul's
Dude,
sister.
that was another person. I was like, what are you
'Cause
doing here?
Because I heard rumors that she was gonna be the sister. I'm like, wait, but that's like a pretty big role, and she's literally in there for like a second. She's gonna play. They're gonna have to age her up a lot more in Messiah, and say with Timothy Chalamet a lot more because she's like what, like 20s or something like that.
Probably like
The actress,
28.
and like in the book. So in the book, once Paul like gets the Fremen on his side, 2 years passed, and then Aaliyah, the sister, is born, and she's the one who kills.
Dude, she's not even
He
credited.
kills.
She's not even credited.
He kills the Baron Harkonnen. As a 2-year-old, she kills him, which thank God they didn't do in the movie because that would look really fucking stupid. A 2-year-old killing
Yeah, it would.
like a bunch of people. And then in the sequel book, she's like 16. Where Timothy and her are like same age range, so they like either got to do like a lot of makeup on Timothy Chalamet to make him look older or something because she's a big part of Dune Messiah. So I don't know what their plan was for that. But
Dude, yeah, I saw Taylor Joy and I was like, get the fuck out of here.
she's a good actor, though.
No, yes, she's a really good actor.
Are you feeling like Chris Pratt vibes? Like that time period where Chris Pratt was. Well, he's still in fucking everything.
Yeah, I mean,
She's the female Chris Pratt.
she's the female Chris Pratt. Yo, maybe. Why is she Princess Peach? It doesn't make sense.
Because she's popular.
Dude, she's not even credited.
No. Well, because they want to keep it secret. They'll probably put her in there once, the movie's out of theaters or once it's been on for a while.
Oh, there she is. Uncredited. Yeah, she's uncredited.
Yeah. Aaliyah Atreides.
That's so
literally in the
funny.
book, it's a fucking 2-year-old that like bodies a bunch of Harkonnens.
That's so funny.
They kept that in the David Lynch movie, which I'm like, yeah, that's David Lynch, so it's supposed to be weird. Yeah, she showed up at the premiere too. It's like, what's Ellen Taylor Joy doing here? I'm like, there's only one character she could play.
Dude,
Okay, did you find Christopher Walken distracting as the Emperor? Not really.
not really.
Paul, you got it. That was really bad.
Dude, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
It is not good. But I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I do not think so.
I didn't think he was too
To me,
distracting.
the only distracting character was Austin Butler. I think his voice was very distracting.
I totally just like bought into his character. I didn't like, oh, this is the Elvis guy or the.
I didn't think
like,
it was.
I
It was
was
the
just
Elvis
like-
guy. I was more like, this is the guy that was. This is the guy who thinks he's all this
See,
shit.
I didn't think that at all because his performance was just so fucking
No,
psychotic.
that's so good. Like you're
He's
you're
from
getting
the
what I'm
Highlands.
saying, but you're not getting what I'm saying. I think everyone, including Austin Butler, was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I still was like, that's Austin Butler.
See, I wasn't like that at all.
I the whole time I was like, that's Austin
Like
Butler.
in the movie,
doing
like the Emperor
a
for me,
voice.
that was like, oh, that's Christopher Walken.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like I think we both like have that one character.
Even Zendaya, like
Another-
I wasn't like
here's
that's
the thing.
Zendaya.
I know that it's pretty fucking stupid of me to say it,
Mhm.
but also like Josh Brolin, you're in everything. Get the fuck out of here. Same with you, Florence Pugh.
To work, man.
Dude, like, yeah. Like, come on.
Also, Florence Pugh was really good. She's going to play a bigger role in the next
movie.
She's going to be known as the biggest cuck in the galaxy. In all of science fiction, she is the biggest cuck.
Dude, that was so funny, bro. It was so funny.
Where he's like, I will love you to my dying breath. Hey, Emperor, I want to marry your daughter.
Dude, I want that hot-ass babe.
Blondie.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I think I met you on Little Women one time. Because she was in Little Women.
Yes, she was in
Little Women joke.
Yeah,
right there. Yeah.
Nice,
Feminist
man.
literature, right?
Yeah,
I hate
it's
it.
International Women's Day today.
I'm kidding. I love all the women. Well, specifically my girlfriend, but yeah. And my mom, obviously. And my aunts.
And your sister.
And my sister.
What the fuck was I thinking?
Zendaya's character.
I was saying, like, the only way people think Paul's the bad guy is because he chose Florence Pugh over Zendaya.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I was like, nah, people are not gonna be mad because Paul's about to commit a genocide.
Yeah.
They're all gonna be mad because he says this like love bomb shit, and then goes, hey yo, give me that bitch.
Oh, you have gaslit me. She's right. The word. Your gaslighting ends here.
Paul, your love bombing ends here.
Well, let's just admit the best scene is when he's interrupting their prayer or whatever. And Stilgar's like, you have to fight me in order to be leader. And he's like, hey, you over there, your grandma died like 9 moons ago, right? You remember that? And he's like, oh, he is the one. And then they're all just like fucking bowing down to him. Like,
it's just like, so...
That scene was so good and just like, it's like what you were saying before. It's like, in my heart, I'm like, I feel like I want to conquer some shit.
Dude, it's the Helldivers effect.
Yeah, literally.
Dude, I know what I'm doing is wrong, but it's fine now. Let's kill those fucking automatons.
Like, when he's like to the Bene Gesserit, he's just like, Paul Atreides, you are a... Just go silence. And then like Austin Butler goes, oh, I'm horny now.
I want to fucking fight this guy.
I fucking ever since me and Steph saw that movie, all I've been doing is doing that, like annoying the shit ever, and then going, may the knife chip and shatter. She's like, with anything, spoon, knife, I'm like, may my knife chip and shatter. And then he's just like, may my knife chip and shatter. It's like, boo, that fucking sucked, dude. You just said what he said.
Too funny.
No, but I liked how vulnerable they made Paul, and like how like angry and emotional and stubborn he is. Because a lot of the book fans are like, well, I like it when he's just like self-righteous and like superior and every, like the fight doesn't last long in the book at all. It's just like, oh yeah, I defeat this guy. Anyways, I'm taking over. The Emperor's like, well, yeah, I guess.
I mean, I guess
it's like, I love it where like in the movie he's like a stubborn little child. He's like, silence, I want the fucking throne now. And then he gets stabbed, and then he uses that knife to stab Austin Butler, and then he shows the Emperor the ring. He's like, fucking kiss it. And the Emperor doesn't do anything, and he literally he throws a temper tantrum. He stomps his feet. He's like, fucking kiss it. I'm like, dude, that's why I was like, this is more obvious than anything in the fucking world. Like, look at this fucking maniac.
It's like,
look at this little curly-haired psycho.
It's Jeffrey Baratheon, dude.
Joffrey.
Well, fuck you,
idiot. You fucked up the reference.
The reference.
I said reference.
You said reverence.
Reverend Mother.
That's what I mean. I knew you.
That's my favorite shit. So in the book, this is just because I just reread the book and huge Dune fan, but like the Jessica is like a 180. Like she's so cold in the beginning, and then she becomes more afraid of Paul. But then Chanji is just like, no, but like I'm trying to lead in the right path, and she's like, oh, you're right. And then she becomes more motherly toward the end, where swapped roles in the movie, where like she's fucking. I love that she didn't have the 2-year-old or whatever. She didn't birth Paul's sister. That she's just like fucking sitting in the chair, like, yes, I understand. Like talking to her unborn child, like, yes. I'm like, this lady's fucking crazy.
Except she's not. She can't hear her daughter's thoughts.
Yeah. But like, it's just like all shit. Like, we have to deceive them.
I will say it was kind of goofy when she was like, as she's about to like leave to go to the south. Mm-hmm. She's like talking to Paul, but through her sister.
Yeah.
She's just like, your sister
says this.
Your sister thinks you should go to the south.
It's a big concept in the books, being pre-born, because she drank the water of life. Like
Yeah.
now, all the past generations are in this fetus that isn't even born yet, so it's already pretty much a full grown person. But now their body is just aging like a. It's you know what it was 1965 lolly. It's the first lolly. Leah Atreides is the
It's
first
fucking
lolly.
disgusting, dude. It's fucking disgusting.
She's a full grown woman, but inside of the fetus, she's
No,
grown.
you know, I've been reading this new manga. It's like, let me see if I can find it. In this new manga, you bring up
Aaliyah
fetuses.
Trades. I want that fucking. If we coin that, Aaliyah Trades is the first lolly.
I came up with
I
it.
came up with it. It's my
I will die on this hill. saying that I
copyright.
came up with it. So there's this new manga that just came out called Astro Baby,
Oh, I haven't read it.
and
Is it good?
it's all right so far.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it some.
Is it gonna get canned?
It might.
You could kind of tell in the beginning whether it's gonna get canned or not.
I don't know yet. It's
Yeah.
just the plot just started.
Like
It's chapter
Fabric
4.
100. I don't know if you remember that being on there. It was like a little boy and like a doll or whatever. I was like, once I saw that, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna get shit canned. Sure enough.
It's like it just started.
Okay.
Like the plot just started,
Yeah.
and it took them 3 chapters. But like with this, essentially because this woman gave birth while being bitten by this monster,
Okay.
or this alien parasite, she became more like the alien parasite, but her baby became like the proper being.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Because the parasite is actually supposed to be like a proper. It fucked up somewhere in its shit to where.
It's just so funny because all I'm thinking right now is just like Dune did it, but like that's like with like any like animated sitcom, it's like Simpsons did it, Simpsons did it, and like anything with like fantasy, like oh, so I have this Dark Lord, and it's like Lord of the Rings did it, like
Shit.
because
The one that I told you about,
Oh.
Goku Rakugai.
yeah, you
New
got it,
chapter
buddy.
just came out.
You got it.
Thanks, man.
It's the last one,
Dude, I'm gonna fucking kill
or I
myself.
don't know. If
It
is.
might
I'm just
be.
kidding.
It might be.
It doesn't say when the next chapter is.
It stopped in December. It's now March.
I got bad news for you, buddy.
It might be dead.
No, I get it because I was really into the.
You were into that
Red
one
Riding Hood
manga,
one?
not the Red Riding Hood one. What was the one you showed? The one you told me to read. The one where the guy had to like just beat up a bunch of mafia people.
Oh yeah, I can't pronounce the name of it, but yeah, it's from the same guy who created Hell's Paradise. Like that was really good, and then it fucking just ended. And like literally, the ending is like, I bet we're gonna win in this fight, and it just ends. Oh well, Dune.
dude, I want One Piece.
The cinematography is so good, dude.
Fuck.
Like, you remember that opening scene where it's like the desert and the Harkonnens are like slowly descending from the. I'm like, this is a fucking frame photo right here. Like a lot of that, like the 3 sandworms fucking coming out from the dust. Like, oh my god, it's so. And they managed to make like riding the worms not look goofy. You know what I mean? Like, at no point did I take out of it like this looks silly. Like I'm like, yeah, he's fucking riding that worm.
It wasn't bad. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked it. Dude, this movie, the cinematography is great. The sound is
and there is action, but not like a ton still. You know what I mean?
Like the only
Like
real
it's not
action
like every
scene,
like 20 minutes there's an action.
the big battle at the end of the movie lasted like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long. The longest fight
And
scene,
keep it spirit with the book.
the longest action scene was when they first blow up the first like spice harvester.
Yeah.
That was the longest scene.
Yeah.
That was it. And that was just to like kind of show that like Paul is resourceful.
Mm-hmm.
He
gets the
spice
in him.
And the Fremen could trust him.
Yeah.
Or the ones that like aren't really believers of Paul to like trust him as like, a fighter.
Stilgar was on the fence in the first one, and then by the second one he's like, yo, this is my boy.
See, that's where I feel like he was immediately at the beginning of the movie.
What I feel like
the first movie. This one.
Yeah.
Second one, he's like,
No,
this is the fucking Messiah. This is the guy.
Well, I wish. Okay, so in the book, I know, in the book, like Paul makes it a point in pointing out, like, oh, I lost a friend, Stilgar, because now he's just a follower. Like he doesn't see Stilgar as a friend anymore. He's just a follower. Where I feel like in the beginning of part 2, it's like, oh, he's already gone full follower. There's no really that transition from like Stilgar is my friend. It's like immediately.
I feel like in
the
this
second
one,
part
it's more
begins,
so.
it's like, oh, he's drinking the Kool-Aid. It's all.
I feel like more Stilgar is more like a teacher
Yeah.
It's more like a teacher who's trying
Yeah.
to lead him on the path that he
But
wants him
teaching
to.
like you got this. I know. I already know you got this.
Because you're the
Because
chosen
you're the
one.
Mohibdi, or the what do they call him again? Al Gaib. Yeah.
Or what's his name? What's his Fremen name?
Muhabdi.
Usul.
Oh, Usul.
Usul.
Yeah.
You're Usul.
Yeah. It's so cool that like this major sci-fi franchise, like Frank Herbert takes a lot from like Arabic like culture and stuff
Very
like that,
clearly.
like very clearly. Um, but like it's like Arabic futurism kind of thing. It's like such a cool look because we're no longer getting like the generic knights and like oh it's fucking laser swords and here we go here's the wizard of the like it's actually like has a different culture to it and stuff like that. Like I really like that like kind of aesthetic, I guess. Like different aesthetics from different cultures blending into fantasy and sci-fi. And again, the book came out in 1965. Like Dune's way ahead of its time, way ahead, light years.
This movie's so fucking good.
It is good. I can't wait to see
So
both of
good.
them at the same time.
I said that's where I really want to talk. I want to see
Yeah.
how I feel with seeing it all together. Because like,
But Paul looks so cool when he's committing genocide.
dude, he looks so badass.
But he's like, we're gonna commit a Butlerian jihad. I'm like, or well, just a jihad because Butlerian jihad is where they got rid of all the machines. He's like, let's go fucking commit a jihad, and we're like, yeah. And you think Paul is bad? Leto, a character later on, not Leto, the dad who died, but another character named Leto follows this thing called the Golden Path, and boy, he makes Paul look like a pussy.
Yeah,
But,
it's this movie's so good. It
is so good.
does such a good job at just. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's the reason why I didn't want to watch any reviews outside of just trying to like formulate my own opinion
Yeah.
is I know this movie's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
There's no denying it. There's no
denying that the sound's going to be great, the visuals are going to look great, the cinematography is going to be amazing, the acting, like everything is working for this movie, and it's like I can kind of understand that point. I still really loved it, like, but like I could see that, like, yeah, I already know it's going to be good. Whereas, like, imagine we went into Madam Web, and it blew our fucking minds.
we were like, this movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I will say, Dune Part 2 ruined our streak of watching
I know.
bad movies in theaters.
I think that's okay though. I think we can stop watching bad movies.
Nope. The next one is, I don't
It's,
know.
Craven the Hunter.
Maybe Craven the Hunter.
Maybe
I don't
Deadpool.
fucking-
Maybe not.
Nah, Deadpool.
No, it'll probably be Craven the Hunter.
Nah. But yeah, I
Yeah, this movie sucks. It's really bad.
whether you've seen the first one or you haven't,
Mhm.
watch the first one. Definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
And then watch this. I told all my
Wait a minute.
coworkers.
They took up his course for him to write.
Yeah, they took it. His son took his corpse and just like.
Well, that's what
moved
he's
the
been
arm.
doing with the prequel books and stuff.
Oh, that's so sad.
I still like his. I like reading them, but they're not canon to me.
Gotcha.
Because
I guess.
can I geek out on one
Sure,
more
go
thing?
for it.
Okay, the reason why I'm shitting on Brian Herbert so much is because basically his dad died, never got to finish the Dune saga. Chapter has Dune left on a cliffhanger, but also kind of intentionally because the epilogue is like two people that are obviously Frank Herbert and his wife being like, yeah, I didn't prepare where this franchise was going, but it was fun, right? Like it's like characters in there being like, yeah, you remember Paul? I remember Paul. Yeah, that tied up perfectly. Duncan Idaho, he's still out there? What the fuck? But then so he dies, and then Brian Herbert, along with Kevin J. Anderson, which was known for like writing like Star Wars books and stuff like that, were just like, hey guys, we definitely have notes left over from Dad, saying like what the next book was going to be, and they're like, oh, everyone's like, oh, cool, great. Are you going to reprint the Dune Encyclopedia that he wrote? And he's like, no, we're not going to reprint that. In fact, it's never going to be reprinted. That's why like copies on eBay go for like $500 for it, because I'm going to create my own lore. And it's like, well, but there's already a lore book. He's like,
You ever heard of Legends?
yeah,
So that's
like
what he says
Legends.
to them. That's what he says to them.
Well, no,
You ever
but,
heard of Star
but
Wars
Brian
Legends?
Herbert wants you to think that, like, no, this stuff is canon, but it's like, but you just got rid of the encyclopedia, which Frank Herbert specifically wrote, like, yep, this shit all canon, and like all Brian Herbert's book go directly against it. Like the Butlerian Jihad, basically all thinking machines are destroyed. That's why there are no
Yeah.
computers in Dune. There are mentats, which are like human computers, right? Everything's human. There's no AI, nothing. Brian Herbert creates a whole trilogy where it's Terminator. It's like the robots are exoskeleton. They're like shooting a bunch of people. Whereas it wasn't
Badass.
that. It was just like, let's just get rid of these machines. Okay, that's done. Like, it wasn't like a whole full scale war. Oh shit, the cities are. It's just like, we got to shut this shit down. It's like, where's the off switch? That's it. Whereas Brian Herbert's like, no, it's like Terminator.
Yeah, but Terminator's cool.
And then basically
You play Helldivers?
the sequel that they propped up, like, oh, this was Frank Herbert's sequel to Chapter House Dune. And not only that, we're going to split it into 2 books because money. Basically, like, those 2 books center all around the Brian Herbert lore that he used to contradict his father's original lore. So that's why they're so controversial. I still like reading them every once in a while. They're just kind of generic sci-fi books, but I love the world of Dune so much that I read them anyways. And then I go, no, it was okay. I spend like $20 on a box. And I'm like, it was all right. Instead of something I know I'm gonna like.
Yeah. To kind of end the stream, to end
sorry.
this conversation with Dune. What do you now that the first 2 movies are out?
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely making a 3rd one. Outside of Dune, what story that's very similar to Dune, or at least in terms of like this kind of sci-fi, not necessarily like Star Wars, when we're like Dune, do you want to see adapted to film?
I got 2.
Go for it.
Red Rising.
Knew that one was coming.
Yeah, Red Rising is great. It's very much like an evolution of Paul's character and stuff like that with Darrow. And Darrow's become like a classic sci-fi protagonist now. Like, he's the new modern sci-fi protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lesser known one, but like it's more so like Red Rising is more character focused. Like, imagine the Dune characters, but like a little bit more fleshed out instead of just like robots.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the dialogue in the Dune books are very robotic. Because Frank Herbert's more interested in getting across his ideas than like character development. So Red Rising's that, and then Empire of Silence is like a mixture of the Anakin Skywalker saga with like Dune levels of like mass destruction and genocide. And you follow like this guy with humble beginnings, but then becomes this like absolute monster of the galaxy. Those 2 I would definitely want to see adapted. They're a little too modern. Red Rising has more of a chance because it's really, really popular than Empire of Silence. But I would want to see that as a TV show, not a
Empire of Silence.
No, Red Rising. I would want to see that as a TV. I mean, both of them I want to see as TV shows. But yeah.
Dope. Very cool. Well, JJ, thank you for coming. Thank you all for watching. I see we got 11 views this stream.
Oh, I've been coming.
They like the green, like the weird blue water of life come, or like, what do you mean?
The Powerade.
Yeah. Yeah, he just starts drinking Gatorade.
Or I saw one like drink window cleaners.
I didn't see that one. I saw someone like
he didn't actually drink it, but he was like,
I saw somebody like just drink like a blue Gatorade bottle. Dude, TikTok's gonna go crazy with that shit.
Hans Zimmer goes crazy on the score. We didn't mention that, but yeah, it's Hans Zimmer.
He's in everything.
He literally, but the score is good though,
yes,
right?
I know. Yes, it's good.
Like, he literally, Christopher Nolan and him are tight, and then Christopher Nolan's like, "Hey, I got this movie Tenet." He's like, "I'm gonna do Dune. Hey, don't be mad at me, because I'm gonna do Dune." Like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
Your stupid, goofy time travel shit, or
I haven't seen Tenet. I don't know if it's bad. All I've heard
it's
is
all right.
It's
pretty good. It's
I don't know.
Not bad. It's not his best.
Yeah,
it's not his best movie. It's a good movie, not his best movie. But thank you all for joining our stream. We got 12 views in total today, which is pretty good. We don't normally get that, so hopefully this video does well once it comes up and is live. Check out the video that JJ's going to work on
tonight.
It'll be out tonight. If not, just to give JJ room this weekend. But just want to make sure. We sometimes give out a lot of empty promises.
That is true. You know what? Premiere could crash. You know what? Give me the weekend.
You know what? Give me the year. I'll have it out by December 31st.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you all for watching. We do recommend you watch Dune 100%.
10,000. It's not
And
even a question.
we hope you all have a good International Women's